Boy, howdy. Well, I have no idea if this is working. Let me see about this. How's that? Oh, that's a little better. A little more manageable. We're back on the squirrely thought vessel. Ah! I'm so excited. Um, Now I'm sure that I am streaming, but it's not. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say it's not showing it on my YouTube page. Hang tight though. I'm going to test the audio maybe. It is not that quiet. Oh shit, I forgot to mute it. I'm talking over myself. Okay. Um Again, we're still working with the whole audio bullshit. So if things are bad or if you have any suggestions, that would be sick. So yeah, yesterday we worked on the background of the card. Today we're going to work on the actual squirrel and hopefully the acorn hat as well. So that is where we're at for that. I'm going to go ahead and actually merge those. Maybe? No, I'll just do that. That'll be fine. Anywho, let me check. Oh, Alameo. Da, da, da. Uh, 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 How are you today? I'm okay. I went to sleep really late and I woke up really late. So I kind of really haven't had a day today. Um, I gotta change these settings. Boy howdy. Okay, that should be fine. So yeah, haven't really had much of a day today. Um, I took a shower. That was about it. Um, yeah, I really probably should do more, but that's just where we're at right now. I'm terrified of this part. I'm not even gonna lie for a second at all. Help me, Thornvault Forager. What do I need? Okay, I can work with that. Da-da-da-da-da. Is this? Oh, that's that. Okay. New layer. Okay. What do I want to do here? I think I want to work out some colors before I figure out too much about shadows and where the fur is. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this screen maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we gotta get some bounce light. Is that what it's called? I don't remember. But the lighting that reflects on forms is dependent on like what the environment they're in shows. be helpful. Let me see. Should I consider? Nah, I don't want to fuck with fur yet. Fur is a process that I don't feel like dealing with. So we are just going to blend this in like normal. I can't remember what else I have in terms of magic proxies I want to make. I just knew at the very least I wanted to make a thought vessel for my squirrel deck. So I will be doing such. I know that there's a couple decks I have with sort of proxy soul rings. I don't remember which ones those all are, but I do know that for those, I would love to. Squirrel, yes. um, Proxy soul rings. I know for those, I would love to. What have I done? I hate this playing it. Ah, okay, fix itself. Huzzah. What am I saying? Themed soul rings. I think that's as far as I was getting, honestly. Um, this can something to help it. I don't know about vivid light. That's not too bad. Um, Jesus. You ever just breathe? That shit goes crazy. What happens if I just do Hue? TBH, that's not that bad. Okay. Hit that with a good old 75. Alright. I do think I should tackle fur next, though. And that's really annoying. Not gonna lie, even for a second. Um, That'll be fine. Get rid of you. Should I use a different brush? Should be fine. My squirrel deck, Hazel of the Root Bloom, was actually my first magic deck that I ever got. A friend got it for me because he said, please play magic with me, I'll even buy you a precon. and Bloomborough was the set that was coming out at the time. So we did it, and it was so much fun. No regrets. I almost got the raccoon precon, and I'm just so glad that I didn't. Not because there's anything wrong with the raccoon precon, but the squirrels have been such an integral part of my Magic the Gathering life and experience. So I cannot imagine ever having learned to play Magic without Hazel of the Root Bloom. That's my goat. That's my girl for real. Okay, that's not too bad. I know, what do you think about how arms work? So this is coming up. I started playing Overwatch again recently. Um, and I forgot how like actually fun it is. And on my first game, I got play of the game. That shit goes so hard. that it really, man, that hits like a drug. Um, and then I queued in my second lobby, and guess who got play of the game in that one? Uh-oh, it was me. Same character, Ramatra, because no one else wanted to be tank. And I get it. I didn't used to enjoy tank much at all. And I wouldn't even say that I do enjoy it right now. But that's pretty good. But someone's got to do it. Um, and it was just so much fun. After having not played for 10 years, maybe. The last person that I saw added was, I want to say, Ash. If that gives any sort of perspective on where I'm at in the timeline. Does this look stupid? I don't think so. It's a squirrel, you know? But last night I took a bunch of time to practice and think about like what heroes or whatever I would enjoy or like want to do. So I've got a whole little list. That's fine. Because I used to be mainly support. Like I wanted to be Reaper and DPS because that's what was fun and cool at the time. Um, I was Orisa if I had to tank, and I was Moira if I had to support. But I was almost always trying to be. It's not bad. Yeah, that's alright. I was always trying to be DPS. go in and just give this another little blend. Okay, quick. I can merge down to there. Not that. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Huzzah. Okay. It is just going to be regular art. I have this little, not me pointing with my finger, I have this little window to represent how much space the actual like PNG for the card will take. And I've gone over a little bit in case I feel like moving things around a little. But it will just be a regular thought vessel with a little square. I forgot I did the sun rays. You could kind of see them. They're there. They're there. Blurring out the background was a ton of fun though, because you gotta. And honestly, the background in general was a lot of fun to do. What am I doing? No object to transform. Huzzah. I was about to do shadows. And I think I was trying to determine if I wanted to go in with gray or with green. I think for now, actually, I will do green. We'll do... I'll grab that and then we'll go a little darker. Yeah, that's fine. But I am going to hit this with a multiply. 25. Oh wait, I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe you can. Or maybe you're just asking questions for engagement, which is very kind of you. Huzzah. That is actually a really good color of green for this. I'm quite pleased with that. Look at this dude. Oh. What a cutie patootie. Okay, now I have to decide what blending brush I feel like going in with. Oh, Jesus. That's fine. I'm good. Nope. Wrong thing. That go there, that go there. That's fine. I don't necessarily have any complaints about this. Actually, that's really not bad at all. I don't know why I was hesitant about it. So let me get in here. So that is. Oh, that's not what I wanted. How how does this make me feel? Honestly, not that bad at all. And I think once we get a little more dimension in here, like with probably another shadow color or two, and definitely a highlight color, I think that'll be quite good. Okay, doing it again then. I'm trying to remember where I got this blending set from. Eric Anthony, I think, is his name. He is a YouTuber. Um, if you can see it, where is it? No, that's what am I doing? Puta. This little triangle symbol up here is his like logo. Um, so, uh, I haven't watched him in a hot minute, but I did very much like his blending brushes. So, um, and in case anyone is wondering, I use Clip Studio Pro. I used Procreate for a very, I think, small amount of time. It doesn't feel like very long. Um, back when I had an iPad Mini, very many years ago. Like we're talking 7, maybe 8 years ago, something like this. Um, and then I used, oh, what's that one called? Fuck. It starts with the S, and I got it illegally from an artist in Portugal. And she was like, "Let me be your art mentor. Here you go." I was like, "I bet." Uh, and then at some point, I think I tried Krita. Didn't necessarily love it. And then I bit the bullet and bought Procreate, or not Procreate, CSP. And honestly, never going back. I love Clip Studio. I think it is a very good program. I think it does everything that it needs to for artists of any level. The menu can be a little bit difficult to navigate at first, and there's honestly some tabs that I still like don't really know what they do, but I also don't even use them, so it's not like it matters. Uh, so yeah, if people can like get over the slog of the learning stage, I suppose, I find it to be very worth knowing how to use. I quite enjoy it anyway. But I know that there's some people that have said that they gave up on CSP because it was too difficult or whatever type of thing. Um, so if you're ever interested in Clip Studio, don't be scared of it. It is a very good program. There's also a ton of like free. There are some paid ones, but there are a ton of free assets made by other artists for artists. Um, so it has like an in-program brush store essentially, um, that you can go and like get new brushes and new tools and new fun things. So a lot of my brushes, actually, pretty much all of them, are from that. I do not use default CSP on anything except for I think maybe Liquify. That is the only default tool I use. Um, so yeah, I like CSP, but it is I can't remember if there's a free version. I bought it. I've bought it years ago. I have maintained my subscription. I think it's very much worth it. It's one of the only subscriptions I have in my life, if not the only. Um, Not me glazing CSP for like 10 minutes though. I was telling a friend, I think yesterday, yeah, that drawing prey animals' eyes is one of the most disorienting things. Because they look so stupid, man. They look so fucking dumb. But it's not their fault, it's just because they have to look to the side. Alright, how do we feel about this? Honestly, not bad. I don't think I need this to be as bright, though. That's fine. Okay. Um, for the next layer, I'm gonna go in probably with this blue. Uh, oh, I have to bonk, bonk, bonk. I am also realizing that I'm gonna have to fuck with these thumbs later. But, you know, that sounds like a later Vic problem for real. Um, this is going to kind of act as rim light. I'm not sure if I want to do the entire rim light in blue or if I just want to do a little bit and then do more of it in yellow. I think I'm just going to do some main highlights in blue though. So we gotta denote shape. You see this one's a little high? Yeah, that's fine. Blend modes. Nope. Uh, Soft light isn't bad. Not me trying to see if hard light is just soft light at a higher opacity. I don't think so. And I do think I like the look of hard light at lower opacity. We're gonna stick it around here. And just do a general blend with this. Nothing too fancy. Hey, it's Bilk! What up? Didn't catch you yesterday. I've decided to have Wednesdays sort of a break day. We'll do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday type shit. I don't know how long that will last, but that is the plan for now. We are doing Magic the Gathering Proxy Art. This is going to be a thought vessel. I'm going to use it for my Hazel of the Root Bloom Squirrel token deck, which I very much love that deck. And it was a ton of fun to like put the work into this. I started with a sketch that I made off stream, and then yesterday I did the background, which actually, oh no, that's the light. There's the background, a lovely tree canopy scene, under which our beautiful adventurous squirrel will be holding up their prize of a beautiful acorn cap that is infected with cordyceps. Because I read, look at me go, uh, that in the Magic the Gathering lore, the Thought Vessel is like an artifact from squirrel people, essentially. Or no, not squirrel. I said the wrong thing. Fungus. fungus. Mycinid, I think, is what they are. It's a fungus hive mind. So I thought initially it had like little baby cutesy mushrooms, but I thought cordyceps would be pretty damn cool. Also, Bilk, in case you cannot tell, I got a new microphone. I have no idea how it's doing. I was having issues with it yesterday. Um, I don't know. I'm just here. Uh, is this for your blind person project or something else? Don't get me wrong, an interesting project. I just don't have access to any blind people. Yeah, that's chill. I don't know a ton, but it's a lot of fun for me to like get into it and learn when I feel like it. Yeah. I'm actually really enjoying this type of shading. It's very rare that I do like proper actual lighting with like, oh, here's your lighting color and here's your shading color. Crazy. I totally should do it more often. Technically unrelated, heard. Oh my god, this is actually so cute. Okay, let me hit it at 25. Okay, okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. See it without that. Honestly, not bad at all. This does need a little help right there, though. There we go. Um, all right. How do I want to do this? I'll start with this color. We'll bring it this way a little. We'll bring it down. That's fine, I think. Yeah, that should be okay. Hit it with a multiply. Very dark. So honestly, what happens if we just bring the same color up? I think that'll be fine. Okay. If someone loaned you a sketchbook with the only condition being you had to return it when full, what would you want in return? That is that is a difficult one. I, in my many a year of being an artist, have never filled a sketchbook. There's been a couple times where I've gotten close, but there's something about the final pages that are just too sacred. So I'm definitely not your guy for that. Uh, and I think it would depend. There's a lot of artists who can fill a sketchbook out in a matter of months. Some people it takes about a year or a couple years. I've seen some that take way more than that. Yeah. Um, what would one want in return? You have to return the sketchbook. Um, I don't know necessarily if this is about what I would want in return, but I feel like I personally, if this were me in this situation, I would have stipulations about like what's going to happen to my art after I give it back. Um, that kind of thing. So I don't know how much that would be involved in the conversation of wanting in return. Like if it's to be sold, then I get a portion of the profit kind of thing. Um, I don't know. Again, I'm not a Phila sketchbook. I'm generally not a sketchbook guy anymore as it is. Since I moved to digital, it has been a second since I carried one with me. I only recently started carrying one with me again. And it more than anything acts as a personal journal, which also can be the case for a lot of artists. Um, so I think that would be a hard selling point as well. I don't know. I think it would very much depend on A, the artist, but also B, just like what's happening at the time, either to the art or to them kind of thing. This looks dumb. It doesn't. It looks fine. I'm just freaking out about it for no reason. Can I, will this help or will this look stupid? Because in my head it looks good. And that's honestly my favorite place to think about my art. I don't like it. I was gonna say it's fine. It's not. I hate it actually. Oh, that's a shift. Okay. What I will do, however, is get a couple specifically under a couple tufts over here. Because it does deserve that much. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Why am I putting shade on this? It's higher up. I should be putting shade on the front hand or front fingers. Ba -ba -ba. Let me see. I think this should go 70 is not bad, but I think it should probably go to 65. Especially if I plan to do one more layer, like I think I will. How did I do the leaves? Um, boy howdy. Let me see actually. Well, maybe it probably won't actually be able. I was gonna see if I could pull up the playback because it records for me. Um, basically, I have a collection of brushes that help with tree shapes. So this one is like big splotchy, fun, good. which other one did I use? I know I used this one. And then at times I also used it as an eraser brush to sort of cut away from edges of the tree that were looking too clean. And I actually don't think I used any other leaves. I have many more, but I think those were the only ones that I ended up using, and just a ton of different blend modes and different colors. This is the base image before I blended and blurred the background of it. So you can kind of see, like, here is where I used it as an eraser to sort of cut in there, and it looks a little unnatural, but also at that point it doesn't matter. And then I blurred it out so that it reads as a background to your eye, since your eyes don't have like a complete set of vision that can focus on the entire scene in front of them. And then I added some little sun rays. How pretty! Um, if you want to, you can watch yesterday's VOD. It was just me by myself. Um, and that's basically where I went over the entire process of that, because that's what I was doing yesterday. Okay, I have to do more of this. I don't draw trees very often, but I do enjoy it. I like foliage and nature. Um, and since I don't do it very often, it can be very much a challenge for me, and I like the challenge that it presents. So I had a ton of fun with the trees yesterday. I'm sort of trying to ignore the fact that it doesn't quite work out with the angle at which we are viewing this squirrel holding the hat. But you know, that's not a right now Vic problem. As long as the card looks good in the end, that is what matters. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. That should be fine. Is that fine? Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I gotta get this pinky ring finger situation. At some point in my life, I will figure out how to connect music to the stream. I think that would be a lot of fun. But that's not something I know how to do at this time. And I wanted to make sure that I got my stream in for today. But, alright, index, or middle finger, excuse me. Just gonna bring that out a little bit. Yeah, yeah, honestly, that's not too bad. I'm pretty pleased. What music am I thinking? I was going to probably do Ludovico Einaudi. I can write his name if we are unfamiliar. Ludovico Einaudi. He does piano music, and it's very chill and beautiful. Um, I like it. So maybe sometime. Um, but I don't know. I'm just gonna erase this. Okay, now we gotta figure out the face. Just gonna keep adding shadow to the front of him because I genuinely don't know how else to what's the word I want? Denote. Right? Denote? That's a word. I'm pretty sure it's the one I want. Okay. Alrighty. I will say I fucking love this little guy. Which is super duper impressive considering I genuinely like do not draw creatures. This is probably the most out of comfort zone I have been for an art piece in a second. Um, so I'm just hoping that it turns out how I want it to. Which I think it will. I think it'll be okay. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I don't know. And I honestly don't want to think about it. I am a little torn because before, when the acorn hat just had like, well, yeah, it looks that way now, doesn't it? Something could go wrong. Something always could go wrong. But thank you, very kind. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the acorn. Um, Originally, I was going to do the like super duper lumpy, fluffy kind of acorn cap. But now I don't know since there's a lot going on with the cordyceps. I also could cut back on how many mushrooms there are. I'm not necessarily stuck on that at all. Jesus Christ. But I'm wondering if it will be a bit much to look at. So maybe I will change it. I do not know. There's something about this that I don't like, and I don't know why. Oh, it might just be that. The face feels like a little crooked for some reason. No bueno. This is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about, Bilk. It's the beginning of the end for me. It's also very easy to like put too much detail and then have it kind of get just a little uncanny looking. So I'm not here for that. That's fine. We're just gonna add a little bit of a loose concept of texture down here so it doesn't look like flat. I do love him. I do think he's very, very cute. I do think this should probably be a lower opacity. We'll call it 50. Yeah, pretty good. And before fucking with other lighting too much, I'm gonna go in with what will be a final shadow. That should be fine. You know, that's super, super valid. Is it just like a little weird looking still? I get it. I think he's perfect. As soon as I'm done with this layer is when I plan to start adding eyes. Jesus, that was far too funny for me. Okay. I'm actually gonna get a little under here as well. I will be changing the opacity on this because it is very dark. Actually, I will say this probably could use a little more because it's right under his little chinny chin chin. grab this. Bring that down a little. There we go. It is kind of giving hamster a little more than it's giving squirrel. So I think the demarcation of chin needs to exist a little bit less. Do I hate it? Who knows? Kind of, actually. What does this need? Oh, that's not helpful. Yeah! Wait, did that do anything, or since I flipped it, did it undo it? I think that did it. Ba, ba. Sure. Good enough. Okay. Da-da-da. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. We've got ba, 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 ba. Okay. I think this is perfect. Oh, sweet Jesus. Gonna do a little of that. Gonna do a little of that. Do a little of that. Oh, and this needs it too. There we go. Good. He's actually so cute. Um, there are certain spots that I do want to get in and like erase a little bit. Like here, I'd love. Let me see this. Is the brush like super big? Of course it is. There we go. So it's not over the whole thing that something felt wrong. Just a little bit. Alright, what happens if I merge these? They look good. Huzzah. What is this layer? Nothing. Okay. Great. What happened? What? Oh no, wait, that wasn't it. Fuck. Move you. That's fine. I have not done a little of that yet. Cool. Hmm. Is it just all of these? Is there like a weird guy here? Because there's a weird guy here, probably. Yeah. Tragic. Okay. I am going to do a little of that. We're gonna go here. A little of that. Okay. Let's get some eyeballs in here, huh? Um. Kind of impossible to see the sketch right now, so we're just going to wing it. We're gonna figure this shit out. Woohoo! Prey creatures and their stupid side-facing eyeballs, man. Uh, that's not bad. Do that. Just to get the grid in here. Looking up here at the little mini display, it doesn't look that bad, right? No, that's actually really kind of cute. I can't wait. Okay. Hang on. Because we got to think about eyeballs. How do eyeballs do? I should probably fix the eye socket area a little bit. I can do that in a minute though. That doesn't need to happen right now. Um No, that looks like side front facing eyes. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Do they look like front facing eyes as it is? Should I? Oh, did we not merge our eyeballs? Squish, squish. I am aiming for average squirrel cuteness. Allow me to show you. I gotta flip it around. Ba, 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 ba. I don't mind leaving some of these layers here. Well, it looks a little weird, but you'll get it. Thornvault Forager by Mark Bem. This is official art for one of the Bloomborough cards. And this is the squirrel who I've just kind of been referencing the whole time in terms of construction of squirrel anatomy and then also the idea of what the trees look like behind him. Um, Not going for like a one-to-one, but just like here it is. And honestly, I'd forgotten the little like lighter color tummy and face that a lot of squirrels do have. So I feel like I should consider this. But I will. But that's basically what we're going off of. Like not necessarily um from any kind of media or specific art style or vibe. What is this? Oh, that's Thought Vessel, right? But just like cute, good, thumbs up. Uh, There's nothing here. These should be both my eyeballs. Good. Should I? I know they're side facing, but can I bring them in just a little? That helps. Okay. Yeah. I think that's fine. I also do think, though, that a lot of these little face needs to come up. Cool. That's not too bad. What am I gonna do? What was I in the middle of doing? I was in the middle of doing eyes, but actually I'm super duper distracted about the little lighter color flesh. So we are going to go for this. And I'm gonna try to find a color that makes sense. That's not bad, actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for this. And then actually I was gonna put it up there, but I think it should be all the way down here. Do I like it on his face? Not really. Do I like it on his little nosy? Maybe. I can't tell. But we are gonna put it just around the outside of his eyes. That's kind of really cute. Okay. And in the end, if this isn't like the most perfect squirrel, I can live with that. I really just wanted uh, a little squirrel card. I thought it would be a fun idea. He's actually really fucking cute. I'm very into it. Let me see here. Ba-ba. I also don't know how much of this squirrel will even be in frame because, again, this is the frame in which the actual image will be. And the only reason that I'm kind of overdoing it is in case I decide to shift things up or down at all. Um, but since the item that we care about is the acorn cap, and yeah. Let me see. Where's this layer? Let me get this to just be a little less saturated. That's good. I like this. Can get in here. Uh, I am. I am going to show my magic friends this. They most of them that I play with frequently know that I run some proxies in my decks, um, which some people kind of frown on the idea of proxies, some don't. It really just depends on the group you're with. For me, if I've pulled the card before, like actually from a pack or been given it or bought it as a single, then I don't feel necessarily as bad. Like that's kind of my rule for myself is if I've pulled it, then it's fine. There's a couple cards that I do ignore that rule with, but um, yeah. So Thought Vessel is a card that I do have a good few of them. I just don't have enough for one to live in each of my decks that would want to use it. Um, which I don't really believe in sharing cards among decks if I can help it. It gets a little expensive that way, but also I don't think I have too many. Um, but yeah, I will be showing this to my friends once I'm done. There's one of my friends actually who has made proxies for me and our friends before. Um, and they're so cute. They're like just this little doodly kind of style, and it's so fucking good. But they're who offered to help turn my art into a card. Um, so that's who I've been showing mostly in terms of the process. But I am very excited for once the card is done to like actually use it in the deck. I think that's so much fun. It will be my first like my art card to be used in a deck. Very exciting. Um, but yes, I will be showing my friends this and I cannot wait, honestly. All right. Now we've got this stupid uh derpy prey animal look. You know, like how cows look from the front. That's the vibe. He actually looks so fucking dumb. I love him. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Trust. I'm saying that, and it's not. Well, it's not bad, but it's not necessarily getting better. God, I love him. He's so cute. Uh, yeah, that's fine. We'll hit it at 35, 35 on lighten. Um, and then I am going to go for pupil. Which I don't know how to make this. It honestly, because they're one of the animals that has like most of their eyes dark, I think. Oh boy, I should put this on top of that. As long as I maintain the stupid energy of the side-facing eyes just a little bit, I will be content. But I gotta maintain it just a little bit. There's no way. No way. In a lot of Magic cards, they do a very good job of kind of anthropomorphizing the animals and critters and stuff. Oh no. It's looking too much like a cat. How do I fix this? They do a very good job of anthropomorphizing the animals. But I don't draw animals generally, so just doing this at all is a challenge. That's not too bad. That's kind of not too bad at all. What? I've been saying so much and just saying what is not the most helpful. Love you though, thumbs up. I gotta know the frame. It's gonna need whites. It's gonna need whites. Oh boy. Stoop up there. I just want it to look a little stupid, and I don't know how to make sure I get that. I mean, that's kind of it. But that is too, what's going on here is too front facing. Oh, yeah. Because it's not a cat, it's a squirrel. But I'm definitely seeing cat here. And I'm just hoping that I can make sure it looks like a squirrel. Oh, sweet Jesus. I gotta remember, just draw eyes like how a cow's eyes look. Which I'm doing that. And so even though it looks really stupid, that's kind of the vibe. Let me see here. There it is. That's not too bad. Should I see? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Make the brush small. That's what I get for putting my brush sizes right next to my zoom controls. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I feel good about this. Let me actually just bring it this way a little to match that side. Okay. Okay. I do need to make a nose. Okay. And I guess I'm not quite done with the eyes, am I? Because we gotta have a little, like... I feel like that needs to come down a little. Da, 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 da. Hello? There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. What nose, that's right. Eyes. Okay. Let's put a nose right here. We are going to do something like that color. Is gonna go up here because he is looking up. Christ. I made the sketch and I had the idea, but it's like I genuinely didn't have a grasp on what I would be doing. And it's just it's really good and I love it. Okay, let me see. This is gonna be down here. And honestly, for some of this, I feel like I should be using a multiply layer. But it'll be fine. I genuinely don't even know how much, if any, of this mouth will be visible in the final draft, so not the most concerned. God, he looks so fucking cute. I love him. Okay. Oops, not me deleting it. I got to unbind the stupid fucking dumbass backspace. The amount of times I accidentally hit the backspace just from existing. Too many. That's what I say. Okay. It's still kind of giving cat in a lot of ways. But I think it will be fine. If we're thinking about just the frame of the piece and surrounded by other squirrels. I love how I'm covering it with my hand and not showing you. I totally should show. Do a little that. Let me do a little that. Let me grab this color. Let me go boop, boop. There we go. That's our preview. There will be a little bit of a side cut off, but that's just about what it will look like as a card. Um, so I think that reads squirrel enough. I will probably go in there and add some things. Honestly, I should probably leave this up because I do think I like it. I don't think I'm moving it. There would be so much to do, and I don't want to deal. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I know that there's some details I'm going to get to eventually. Nose? No, that's eyes. Nose? Yes. I'm going to get in here. It's just an itty bitty little. And then ba ba ba. Okay. I need to add Christ. Just a little more shadow. The nose doesn't just sit on top of the face. It sits within it. And cool. We're gonna do the same treatment over here on the eyes. Hang on. the the like close up of this. The close up of this. Oh boy. Is reminding me of this cat. Oh Jesus. Hang tight, hang tight. Actually, wait, I should put Pam over here. This is so good. It's fine. I'm a professional. Where am I? This one, right? No. This one? Yes. Okay. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. This is so fucking funny. I cannot. Alright, we're gonna get in here. That's not bad. There we go. Okay. That's fine. Wrong color. A different shade of gray. Okay. Ba-ba. I think actually what I'm gonna do is do here. And then do here. God, I'm focusing so hard. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That's fine. I'm not gonna care too hard. I just work here. Wrong button. Turn. Okay. And then, no, not that. This, you, ba, ba, ba. That looks stupid. How do I fix that? Honestly, actually, wait, the other way. Sorry. Stupid. Dumb. I'll keep it. That's fine. I just work here. Oh boy. This is the first time I have ever drawn a squirrel in this much detail. I genuinely also could not tell you the last time I drew a squirrel. I'm sure I've done it at least once. For some reason. Don't ask me why. I doubt it was any good also, but that's okay. Okay. And then we go here. We go bah, bah. Ooh, eyeballs. It's pulling color from the eyeballs. That's no good. That is just no good. Bonk, 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 bonk. Honestly, yeah. And that side looks way better than this side. Why? I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. What layer am I on? This one? Yes. Bonk. Okay. I'm gonna merge those and then put it away. Viva Pinata. I can't say that I've ever played Viva Pinata, but I did have a rather nothing childhood. God, this is so fun. Okay. I have a lot to merge together, though, I will say. I'm just gonna work on that, actually, because I totally can. I'm not changing anything else. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That helps a lot, actually. Oh, Jesus. Sorry if that was loud. I have no way of knowing, honestly. I'll make it a little more like that. And how do I want to do this? Actually, I think I'm gonna do one more blue, but it'll be like a this blue. Oh my god, that's so cute. Stop it. Well, unless you're making art for a nature book or Magic the Gathering, I suppose. Okay. We're gonna do a couple different blends. Okay. And then this one, I'm actually gonna make it a little smaller. I'm so locked in right now. Bonk. No. I need that to, like, oh, Jesus. Do something. No. No. Ah. That is not too bad, honestly. I do not hate this. Do I need to do anything? Over here, or here? That's fine. I was gonna say, I still have thumbs to deal with. I forgot about that. But that is not a right now Vic problem. Okay. I am not going to merge this yet because it is the only thing maintaining any version of contrast between the foreground and the background right now. Oh, mildly annoying, but that's okay. Do I want to have less quarter steps? I kind of think yeah, but I think it's mainly to do with the ones in the background. I wanted to put some back there to show like, oh, they're all over the thing. But then also it's just really busy to look at. Uh let me see. Wrong layer. Here we go. I like them conceptually being connected. There's not really enough space to do that. Oops, not that. Yeah, that's fine. And then I think that this one should be further to the top. Man, everything's a tangent. That's not bad. What if this one went away? I actually like that a lot better. Okay. Sick, sick. That's a decent amount of mushrooms. Man, this, even without like the proper lighting behind him, this does look very good. In terms of like the relation of shading between him and the background, like they look like they're on a similar plane, I guess. I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah, like he could be a little darker, and I very well might darken it up a little bit. But that is pretty good. I'm pleased with that at least. Okay. What am I doing now? I'm doing acorn cap. So I will be getting rid of hands, and we are just doing acorn cap. Now, reference is a good idea because I don't want to fuck it up. There's a bunch of different kinds. I was not aware of this. Like, I think I might have been passively aware of it, but like not that aware. I'm a little astonished. Is this the vibe? Oh, that's actually a really, really good one. I don't know. I don't. I don't. I don't know. I've streamed all of 4 times and I don't know anything about anything. Okay, I'm actually gonna put this up here and then put this down here. I do want to keep this color if I can. Ah. They added that a little bit ago with one of the like AI update things. I don't know why it happened, but it did. Alrighty, that's the vibe. Just more of this shape. Okay. Thinking. My least favorite pastime. But that's okay. We think more, or think less, do more. Yeah, that should be fine. I think that's, I don't know if that's the thing that's happening right now. I think it might be, though. I don't know. Very interesting. My brain is like, what if I start speaking Spanish? Is there an option to translate it? What would that sound like? Let's troubleshoot. Well, that's just the kind of nerd I am, I guess. Somewhat. I'm conversational. I used to be fluent a long, long time ago, but not anymore. Which is really sad. I wish I could get back into it. And it's definitely one of those things where people say could, and you could do it, and what's stopping you? You are your only limitation type shit. But it's still a lot. Okay, we have our guidelines for our little spiky bits. Which I am going to go ahead and go in with this color as well. Which I actually have it opposite to what is normal, so that's a problem. Fuck. Because they get smaller the further down you get, not the further up that you get. A tragedy. That. Push that in a little. Okay. Okay. Cool. I did? Should I be concerned about you, Bilk? That's a very specific thing to remember. But I also have to think about foreshortening here, so it's honestly mostly just going to look the same. This one can come down a little bit. Cool. Okay. I'm pleased with that. Why did I flip it? I didn't need to do that. At least it looks good upside down too. Hell yeah. Oh, this is not on multiply. Needs to be. This is the center of the image. So that's very impressive. It is somewhat still on the center of the image. That's not what I meant to do. Puta. Puta madre. Chupastantissimo. Conversational at best. That's fair. Uh, I think we were talking about sign at the time, actually. Were we? Because you were talking about blind people. Maybe. I do also know some sign. Not very good. Less good than I am at Spanish, but conversational at best. Real quick, before I commit to this bit, do I have like a scale brush or something I could use? Effects. No. Backgrounds. No. Clothing. No. Hatching. No. Ruled. Not really. Hair. Not helpful. Damn. I might have a material for it, but I actually probably don't. Yeah. Because I got I had to transfer all my stuff. I do wish I were better at both of the languages. Um, Spanish, I would have an easier time working towards than sign, but I think they're both pretty neat. At least you hope. Jeez. I'm trusting you here, Bill. Why did I tip it? That's not helpful to me. Whew. I think we are almost coming up on 2 hours, which is honestly pretty sick because I am feeling tired of drawing. Not necessarily, just a little burnt out, and I want to go get something to eat. Love a little snack. Knowing me, I'm probably going to spend way too long on doing all these little scales of the acorn cap, and then at some point I'll decide, no, actually, I don't like how that looks, and get rid of them all. That sounds like something I would do. Because that is something I would do. Shit. Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Um, I learned both of them. Well, I should say I used both of them more recently, and I learned sign because of some coworkers. But my mom was a Spanish teacher for like 30 years, so as a homeschool kid, taking my homework along with mom while she's teaching, I was around it basically my whole life, right? So I've got a good accent and a good sort of head for it. I can read it pretty well. I can't write it very well. Um, and even if I don't know the meaning of a word, I know how to like derive it from other conjugations of other words. Um, but I've lost a lot of my like vocab and technical skill. But I have had many Latina coworker who loves to gossip with me and talk to me. It was actually one of my old Latina coworkers that got me a birthday cake this year. And she insisted, even though I no longer worked there, that I come back and the kitchen sing happy birthday to me. It was very sweet. And then I did for a time also have a coworker who was deaf. And I was like the only person in the store that was willing to learn sign more than just like an alphabet and hello and goodbye. So like we had whole conversations. Uh, and she was very, very sweet and patient with me, um, which was very nice because I definitely fucked a lot of things up. But I do miss it. I do miss being around people of other culture and language all the time. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that again sometime. I think that would be really good for me. Oh shit, we're at 2 hours. Um, okay. I'm going to finish up to the halfway part on the bottom and then do a mirror and a flip, and then we will call it. Because Mama want a snack. Which actually, this. Mm, 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 yeah, that would be the one that curves. It just wouldn't curve that much. It needs to be like there, maybe. Something like that. Right now, just hoping things line up. I'm not in a position mentally or financially to like try very hard, I suppose. Um, we're sort of on a first things first kind of basis, and one thing at a time type shit. But I I think it'd be really great to have that. And I don't know if it is a reflection of me as a person or of like society in general also, but almost all the time at my workplace I was one of, if not the only person who would try to communicate and make connections with these people of other language and culture. And they loved me for it, and that was fantastic. But it always made me very, very sad when they would tell me how I'm the only one that doesn't ignore them. What kind of bullshit is that? Is that the American dream? I don't think so. But I don't know. This is the center. I have to keep remembering. Uh, let's scooch these a little. There we go. I think this one will meet like that. Whee! Alright, get rid of the grid. Actually, I'll need that back in a second. Bring that back. No, my gray. I keep on doing that. Oh, I gotta rebind all these things. It's so fucking stupid. One day. One day I'll rebind all of my things. Okay. Copy paste. Transform. Flip. Oh, well, Yeah, that's fine, because they are kind of floating over here. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. Wow. Well, I think it would depend on how many coworkers at that point, really. Um, or like what the job is. I worked in a kitchen. Oh, this is where we're at with our thought vessel. I'm very, very pleased. I can't wait to keep working on it. Um, that won't be tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday. Is nope, yes, nope, Monday. Monday is the plan. Um, so we'll see how my week goes. If anything happens, I'm sure I'll have a fun story to tell. And I still don't even know what time I would stream. It just sort of happens whenever I feel like I can sit down and draw for a couple hours. Sometimes I just really don't feel like it. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Huzzah! Thank you so much for coming back to chill, Bilk. It was really fun to see you again. Um, I don't know if you're planning on like actually following me and sticking around. That'd be interesting. uh, Not a problem with me. Um, you're always welcome. Anyone that wants to hang out can. So yeah, I will take a second to let chat catch up because the delay is quite tragic, actually. Um, I will be skedaddling. Go eat something. Maybe play some Overwatch. Maybe some Palia. Or maybe just watch YouTube. All right. Bye. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night as well, Bilk. Um, and hopefully we'll see everyone again on Monday.